Porridge and jam, porridge and jam, porridge and jam. Jam! New season! Making a murderer! How exciting!
It's really nice. It's big. It's beautiful.
Huzzah!
Yay!
It's bumpy. Lunch, 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 lunch. I'm so excited about this. It looks incredible. So, yum, 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 yum. Yum, 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 yum.
Good.
Oh, delicious. Delicious. Nom, 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 nom. Hi, friends. I'm going to take these off because the light on my face looks really weird. Oh, that doesn't really help either, does it? Let's see if we can prop this camera in a slightly better way. How's that? Slightly better, I guess, but you're joining me quite late in the day on this Vlogtober. It's been a little bit of a weird one today. Not super weird, but just a little bit strange. Basically, I'm home alone tonight. It's very odd. I mean, not entirely alone, if I'm honest, because I do have Roly with me, my constant companion, to keep me safe. But Emrys has gone away to Oxford tonight. He will be staying over at his parents' house in Oxford because he's going to be performing at a concert tomorrow. So yeah, I'm home alone, and it's a little bit weird. It is. It's getting closer to the due date every day. Every day we get closer, and it does feel strange to be at home without him, considering that little Minnie Matthews could make an appearance at any second. I am hoping that they do not decide to make an appearance either this evening or tomorrow, as it will take Emrys a little bit of time to get home from Oxford, but to be honest, I don't think that they're going to be making an appearance. I don't feel that, although I have had what I think are a couple of Braxton Hicks contractions. Just, you know, testing the waters of the old body, I guess, but nothing more than that. But keep everything crossed for me that I don't go into labour when Emrys isn't here. Yeah. So yeah, it's later in the day. I filmed a couple of bits and pieces today, but not a huge amount, just because I was so tired. I think when Emrys left, I suddenly realised just how tired my body was, and Roly and I had a lovely long nap on the sofa. And this evening, my parents came over so that I wasn't spending the entire evening by myself, which was lovely. And they're just amazing. They're always so supportive, but particularly at the moment, they're just going out of their way to make sure that everything is all right, which is just so lovely. I mean, they're awesome. But today I spent most of my morning writing up my birth plan. Oh, another particularly rock and roll moment for me. I'm sure a lot of you already know what a birth plan is, but a couple of my friends who I've talked to about it weren't aware that such a thing kind of existed. Can you see Roly in the background making out with Emrys's pillow? Roly, don't do that, honey. He misses Emrys too. But yeah, a couple of my friends who I've talked to about the birth plan, they didn't know what it was, so I thought I would quickly just kind of give you guys a rundown as to what that is. Basically, it's a kind of guide as to how you want your perfect birth to be. So it's like an ideal situation, going through all of the possible eventualities of what can happen during labour and what your preferences are. And obviously, I think it's quite rare for you to have a birth that is exactly like your birth plan. It's important to remain flexible, but it's a really interesting process writing one, because you basically educate yourself in terms of the different stages of labour, in terms of what can happen at different stages, things like pain relief that you might choose to use or not choose to use, whether you want to have a water birth, what your preferences are in terms of aided birth, so whether or not you want to be given drugs to speed things along, or you're happy to have help in terms of things like having your waters broken, having a forceps delivery, having a C-section if it comes to that type of thing. So obviously, like I said, it's not this is exactly how the birth is going to go, because it's very rare that that happens, and it might happen, fantastic if it does, but it's more just to kind of make you aware of lots of different eventualities, particularly as a first time mum. It was really informative for me to read about all of these different options in terms of what I can and well, basically lots of options as to things that can happen during labour and what my opinions would be on all of those things. And yeah, the other cool thing that I have actually done is I have 2 versions of my birth plan. One of them is a written version, so it's basically, you know, line by line what my preferences are, but I also have a visual birth plan which we got through a very cool website. Basically, you can download all of these little images which make it very, very easy to see what your preferences are in terms of behaviour around you during labour, what people you want around you, whether or not you want drugs, that type of thing, because it's all pictures. So that was really good to do. I've had the birth plan in my head and kind of noted down in scrap form for quite a long time, but it was about time that I got it all written down properly so that we can put it into our hospital bag and have it ready to take to the midlife, I can never say this, midwife-led unit when the time comes. So it was really weird. It kind of felt like, oh, I've done my homework, and I feel really proud about that. But yeah, that's basically what I spent a lot of the day doing. And it was important to me to get that done really well and have it all written down in a way that I was happy with, and then to go through it with Emrys so that he knew. I mean, he basically wasn't surprised by anything on there because we've discussed it all in a lot of detail. And when my mum came over, because my mum is my second birth partner, I went through everything with her as well. So everybody is all versed in what I want, which is great. So fingers crossed we can all work together to hopefully achieve the best birth possible on the day, which is all you can ask for when it gets down to it, really. So yeah, that felt really good. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had like written homework. Being 31 years old, it's been a while since I've been at school or anything like that, but I used to love doing my homework when I was at school. I was one of those weirdos. So yeah, I felt like I deserved a treat after finishing my homework and doing it to a high standard. The other thing that I've been working on this evening is my row cardigan. I'm just going to adjust the camera slightly because it feels like it's going to fall down. My row cardigan, it's slow going, but now that I finished the Cozy Memories blanket, which you saw briefly earlier, I've just been working on the collar of this. So it's just 2x2 rib for ages and ages and ages and ages, because I need 8 inches of 2x2 rib. And to be honest, I think I've got just shy of 2 inches at the moment, and that hasn't taken very long. So now that I'm going to pretty much monogamously knit on this until it's done, it shouldn't be too long until it's finished, and then I'll have another lovely knitting project that is complete. Oh, I love this so much. But yeah, that's basically what's happened today. I'm sorry it's not as interesting in terms of me showing you everything, but yeah, I was just so tired. I'm actually a little bit more awake now, which isn't great considering it's going to be bedtime soon. But I think Roly and I will probably catch up on some podcasts and have a little cuddle, get settled in, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you all had a really, really lovely day, and hopefully I'll have some more interesting things to share with you tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to call it a day here. Oh, do you like my jumper, by the way? This is my little Shop of Horrors jumper that Emrys bought me. It says Seymour's Organic Plant Food, and it still fits me, even though I have a massive baby bump, so everyone's a winner. But yeah, have a lovely night, you guys. Sleep well if you're going to sleep, and I will see you in the morning. Bye!
Say good night, Roly. Night, night. Oh, good boy.